Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to IslamicReading.com. As you know that we have finished the Holy Quran movements and now we are going to start the second part of the basic Tajweed course, which will include the signs in the Holy Quran. In today's class, we are going to study the first sign, which is called Sukoon. We'll also study the echo or the Qalqala Rule. We'll start with what is Sukoon and what is Sukoon Rule. Then we'll study echo or qalqala. What are the rules and some common mistakes in pronouncing the qalqala. My name is Hafiz Adnan and you're watching Basic Tajweed Course with IslamicReading.com. The first sign in the Holy Quran is called Sukoon. It is represented by a small curve which is similar to the letter Dal but in a very small size, and it will always appear on the top of the letter. Remember, all the signs of the Holy Quran except the movements will appear only on the top of the letter, never below the letter. And the letter that has a sukoon, that letter is called sakin letter. It's just a term which means that a letter has a sukoon. For example, if ba has a sukoon, we'll call it ba sakin. If jim has a sukoon, we'll call it jim sakin. If nun has a sukoon, we'll call it nun sakin, and so on. These terms are important because they will be used in the advanced Tajweed course. So keep them in mind because when we are going to read the advanced Tajweed course, you will need all of these terms. First of all, remember that all the signs in the Holy Quran add only effect to the existing sound of the movement. They never give any kind of direction of movement or any pronunciation. For example, nun sakin is only a term. We can't call it na, nu, or ni because there's no movement or no direction. Now, the rule of the sukoon is that any letter that has a sukoon, or in simpler term, a sakin letter will join back with the preceding sound. For example, this is a word. In this word, there are two letters. The first is alif that has a fatha, and the second is ta letter, which is sakin. We know that to read the word, we only use the first phonetic of the letter. So here the first sound is alif fatha a. And to join the ta sakin with the sound, we'll use the first phonetic or first phenome of the letter ta, which is t. Now we have two sounds, a and t. And when we join them together, it is pronounced as at. Let's see another example. In this word, ba has dhamma and sheen is sakin. So now we have two sounds, bu and sh. And when we join these two sounds, it becomes bush. So the rule of the sukoon is a sakin letter will join with the preceding sound. Now, let's study how a sukoon is going to be read if it comes on two side-by-side letters. Though you will never have this combination in writing in the Quran, but it will only be read while making a stop in the recitation of the Quran. Actually, this belongs to the stop rule, which we will cover in the future lesson. But because sukoon rule applies here too, so that's why we'll read it too. So, if the sukoon is on the two side-by-side letters, then what we'll do? We'll simply pronounce the first phonetic of the second sakin letter after we have pronounced the first phonetic of the first sakin letter. For example, look at the words which we used earlier. If there is a ba sakin after ta sakin, then we will have three sounds, a, t, and b. So the joining sound will be atb. In the second example, if we have ra sakin after sheen sakin, now we have three sounds which are bu, sh, and r. And the combined sound is going to be bushra. This is how two side-by-side sakin letters are pronounced. You must be familiar with the natural phenomena of the echo. When you're standing in a hilly area and you scream something towards the hill, your voice is reflected back to you after hitting the hills in multiple layers. This is called echo. In the Arabic language, we have a similar effect which is called qalqala. Qalqala is associated with some Arabic letters. We have 5 Qalqala letters, which are Qaf, Ta, Ba, Jim, and Dal. A common catchword is Utubu Jaddin, which has all the Qalqala letters. We'll do Qalqala or echo on these letters only and not any other letter. Echo or Qalqala rule is, as the name suggests, they will be echoed. And how do we pronounce the echo of the Qalqala letter? Let's see. To pronounce the echo of a letter, we simply produce a small sound of the same letter after it is pronounced. For example, in this word, Ba is Sakin and Ba is one of the echo letters. And we know that the first phonetic of the Ba is B. To pronounce the echo of the letter Ba, we simply pronounce a small after sound of the first phonetic. So from Ab is going to be Ab. Notice the tiny kind of sound after the Ba Sakin. Ab. Another example is in this word, Dal Sakin. Dal Sakin is also one of the echo letters. We'll do the same kind of echo after Dal's first phonetic is pronounced. So from Bad is going to be Bad. Notice again the small kind of sound at the end. Bad. Similarly, from Tuj to Tuj, and from Baq to Baq. So the rule of the Qalqala is that a Qalqala letter is going to be echoed. One of the common mistakes in Qalqala is that instead of echoing the letter, it is moved in a direction. For example, in the first word, instead of Ab, people say Abba. Notice the last part is moved a bit into a direction. Abba. That's not right. Another example, instead of Baq, it is pronounced as Baqa. See again, the last sound of the Qaf is moved a bit into a direction. Be careful. Do not move the echo sound into any direction. Restrict the last sound only to the echo of the letter, but not into any direction. That's it for today. If you have any question or confusion, you can ask below the video. Inshallah, in the next class, we are going to study Shad and Mad. Until then, keep practicing and share the videos with the others. Mention your questions and comments below the video. See you next time, inshallah. Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.